Welcome back to Kirby Emblem Awakening. Last time Kirby and his new friends, they took on South Town, beat some bandits there, and this time we are going to Chapter 1. So two things I'd like to mention. First, these, as you can tell by when I'm uploading this video, these videos will be once a week for my new work schedule, but I do have something else coming out eventually, maybe in the next couple of weeks when some of my other projects finish up. And secondly, I'd like to remind you that I am recording on Citra. The sound is a little bit laggier at times than I'd like it to be, but it is what it is. I'd also like to take the time to mention that I do actually own all three of these games. So let's just go ahead and jump into Chapter 1. Unwelcome change. And looks like we're continuing with that camp out Frederick wanted to do in the last chapter. I think that line she said is just the name of the song. A lot of the songs in this game are named after lines characters say, and this is one of them, that Patooey line. Well, Kirby's always hungry.
Well.
Bear meat. Well, Kirby's quite enjoying his bear meat. Yeah, Kirby really doesn't care where it comes from. He'll eat anything. Not really. The meat really isn't meat between like bacon and pork and chicken. It's kind of different actually, Karam. Although I guess, to be fair, Kirby really doesn't care what it is. Yeah. Frederick kind of doesn't want to eat the bear meat. Maybe that's why he got the nickname Freddy Bear. I don't know if I'll unlock that support, but I don't think Frederick really likes bears that much. I think there's one support he has where he mentions it. Maybe it is with robins, I can't remember. But it looks like Crumb and Lissa are waking up.
Forgive me.
Alright, and they're off. What will they find? Well, it's kind of night out, so I don't think there are birds out right now. And earthquake.
Lissa, run. I mean it. Go.
Oh no, fireballs. Kirby is used to this. There's plenty of worlds in his games where it's like a volcano area, like Dangerous Dinner or Volcanic Panic. Some good levels Kirby has. He's no stranger to dealing with fire. But will he awake? Oh look, monsters, how fun.
Lissa, you better stand back.
Rawr. And he left the healer alone. Not a smart move, Crom. Don't just stand there, you idiot. I love Crom.
Quite an entrance. What's your name?
And Frederick and Kirby are awake now. And we have some of these things to defeat.
No. Right. Yes.
Alright. And we're off to Chapter 1. And Kirby's just going to give us an overview of forts. More gameplay here. What I'm going to go ahead and do, let's go ahead and pair Fred with Kirby. And we'll leave him right on this fort with his Thunder Tome. And then Crom can go here and get the Sparkly. And he should two-shot this thing. Let's hope Crom gets some better level ups than he did in the prologue. Okay, weapon. Not like he really cares about that for the Falchion, but we'll just move Lisa right out of range here. And easy. Not quite enough. And here comes the other guy. And thank you, Frederick, for your pair-up. Okay. He didn't do the Frederick crit, the famous one that everyone likes. Hopefully the sound doesn't desync too much in these animations here.
Captain Crom.
Okay. And we have a Cavalier helping us out now, along with an Archer. And this will bring forth a very interesting conversation. Firion is quite interesting. I am myth and legend. I am he who strides large. I'm not going to do voices, but I imagine that's how Virion would sound. I mean, you don't really have to imagine, since there is some voice acting here. He's a character, alright.
I'm Sully.
And I'm a shepherd. Now, Virion, we're not at enough support just yet. He's already getting into it. Well, you're an archer, Virion, so there's nothing really overbearing about you. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just have to let him come along. Alright, so we were just joined by Sully, the Cavalier, the Red Cavalier, the Cain archetype. I believe she specializes more in skill and speed, so she can double pretty early on. She's pretty good. Being Chapter 1, she has really good availability. She does start out with a Bronze Lance, and her Lance rank is a little bit higher than her Sword rank. She could struggle against these guys a little bit. We might have her take on this guy, though. She's just pretty good overall. We'll also have to make note not to pair her with Crom, because as anyone would know, this game does have a second generation, and Crom has to be paired up by a certain point, but we don't want him to go with Sully. So for all of you who like that pairing, I like it too. I think it's entertaining, but we're not going to do it for this run. And then we have Virion here, the Archer. Now Virion's pretty interesting because usually he is tiered quite low in any ranking of this game. Because he is the early game archer, can't counterattack close range. However, when the game is tiered sort of in the higher difficulty, I do see people rate him a little bit higher because of certain skills the enemies might have more on Lunatic that we won't see just yet. So I'll explain that whenever we do get to it. It's mostly the counter skill, I think, is why he can kind of negate that. Virion also can promote into either a bow knight or a sniper, kind of like Nimai in FE8, although there it's called a ranger. So if you do want to fix the archer problems, you can give him mobility and one range options, but for going sniper, I think does give up longbows and things like that. And he's going to give us a tutorial on how to use archers. I'm just going to keep him paired up with Crom. Okay, Sully, I think I'm going to put her over here in these woods just so she can take on this guy, and hopefully these guys don't. Okay. Kirby, I really don't want him giving up the fort, but I would like him to get started on this guy. But let's just go for it anyway. Yeah, Frederick's helping us out quite a bit here. The pair up anyway. And then Lisa should still be fine. Just keep her a little bit closer. And Crom can stay where he is. I hope I can get that sparkly. That one up top can be a little tricky to get because it is a little bit out of position where you'd want to be. Okay, thank you, Frederick. Thank you. Let's see if Kirby can get some better level ups than he did in the prologue. Oh, he got speed. That's useful. And yeah, you're going there. But it's enough for Kirby to take you on. Now these guys are just going to funnel into Crom. And Virion missed. I think Virion's best stat is his skill, from what I remember reading. And as you saw in that last round of combat, Virion's weapon rank went up. Weapon ranks do grow, at least compared to Fates, the other like popular 3DS game, weapon ranks do grow quite a bit faster in this game. Something to keep in mind when you're playing. You don't have to wait forever and ever just to get out of E rank like you would for characters in Fates. So it's kind of nice, but at the cost of breakable weapons. Okay, that was better than you got previously, Crom. Good job. You are in range of Sully. Let's see, where can you go, and where can you go? Okay. Oh, are we gonna miss the sparkle? Yeah, I'm still gonna keep training up Kirby and Crom mostly. Sully and Virion, I do plan to use them early game, of course. That was a pretty good one. Everything but speed, Kirby. I do plan to use them, of course, in the early game because they're here. But I might use some other units down the line here. As far as who I'm supporting Sully with, because this is a full playthrough, I do want to show off all of the paralogues, and I do have to pair her up, but I don't think it will be anyone we have at the moment. Although her pair partner should be joining soon. I went over a lot of the supports, and I just picked out the ones that I thought were pretty interesting overall, like to their backstories and such, and Sully has a pretty good one hidden in there. And Sully just raised her lance rank now too. Good. Rar. Yeah, the reason aren't too talkative. I really would like for Kirby to get that, actually. What we'll do... let's go ahead and separate Freddy Bear, and then Kirby can get without the support, because I really don't care if they get supports here, and that will be 17, okay, and then Sully, Lisa can go heal. Sometimes it's a little hard to get Lisa some experience in this chapter, because the enemies just come on towards you, and they don't really, you know, you want to keep her safe on the back lines. And let's just go for the Falchion. That'll leave 100 hit. Thanks to the Viron pair up, I'm sure. I didn't quite look at his bonuses. And I'm not too worried about Kirby's speed as of right now. We may be able to fix that a little bit later. Now, we have one more kill. You're at level 3. And you're at level 5. Let's just go ahead and get some cheap little experience here. Heal up Sully.
Kind of you.
And I think we'll give this to Crom, and why not bring Kirby in for some support? Maybe we can get them a conversation here. Okay, perfect. Will that be a level? No, that's fine. Alright, and Kirby and Frederick are the heroes, no doubt about that. And then we get to talk to the mystery person. Yeah, he was off fighting some more. Apparently off the map. You're very brave.
You may call me Marth.
Marth, hmm? One of my husbandos. I like Marth a lot. He's cute.
No.
But I don't think you're quite him. Something about you is a little bit off. That's really scary, though. Yeah, he's not really gonna tell us. Nope.
Right.
I'm sure we will, Frederick. And I think right here is where the demo actually ended. I'm just gonna save to that one. I remember when the demo came out for this back, when the game first released, and it ended right there. And right there you can see Crom's canon waifu, Village Maiden. And Thunder Reason Guy. He'll be appearing quite frequently in Awakening. He's one of the best NPCs. And here we have the Exalt, Lady Emrin.
Huh? Well.
Once again, I hope I'm not going too fast. I just put it up to like skim over it. If you're familiar with Awakening, you probably do know, get the gist of the conversation, and Big Sister. And a bombshell is dropped on Kirby. Yeah, even though Crom is still a Hector, he is the prince. I like to call it sheeple here, because the sheep are people. Crom and his sheeple. Yes, you do make some sacrifices.
Hey.
Sure. We'll go ahead and meet her, why not? And still no feet. Not even she has feet. And Kirby dragging along behind.
Welcome home.
We did pretty good. Crom got a good level up, Kirby got some good ones, minus speed.
It's all right.
Forgive me.
And we have Fila here. She's an interesting looking character.
What?
Yes, our new companion, Kirby. A shepherd now, huh?
Oh.
That's easy in the day of Kirby's work. In the life of Kirby, taking care of some horrible monsters isn't really that tall of an order. And Frederick is still skeptical despite fighting 2 battles with him. What will it take to convince him?
Crom?
Does this pink puff have your trust?
Yes.
Yeah, he's Kirby. He's cute.
Oh.
I mean, how can you not trust a face like that?
Oh.
Milady?
Thank you.
And she's thanking Frederick at least.
Indeed.
Yes, my lord. Yes.
Interesting. They're all over the place.
Good.
Okay, yeah, this is pretty boring for Kirby. Lisa is going to show us around. Okay, and now we'll be moving on to chapter 2 in the next one, but first, we have conversations, and it looks like we have 2 of them. We'll start here. Now, Crom and Kirby, well, Crom and Robin is interesting because the male and female are completely different from each other. It's been quite a while since I last read the male support.
Right.
The female one, of course, that one can go to S, and the conversation between the two of them back and forth is a little bit silly. Not exactly the most romantic as support, but the male one is a little bit better.
Huh?
Yeah, Crom is pretty helpful.
You know,
I mean, we're thankful he found us instead of a bandit, or one of those creatures. I'm sure Frederick gives it to you a lot, Crom.
no. Right. Oh,
Yeah, we'll try and keep
Yes.
him careful. He's doing pretty good, though. I don't think we have to worry too much about Crom right now. And we've unlocked one with Frederick. Will he
Shall
warm
we
up to
then?
Kirby?
let's go.
Well, it looks like we're doing some training. Well, he is Kirby.
Right.
A creature of unlimited power, I think the description in Star Allies goes.
Really?
No, he's Frederick.
Whoa.
And I think he goes on here to
Well.
go over what he does. No, he wouldn't.
Yes.
Yes. That line from Frederick is kind of funny. Well, we kind of already dealt with that.
Well.
And we grow a little bit with Frederick here. Well, that'll do it for this episode. Next time we will be taking on Chapter 2, and I'll see you for that. You have a good day.